Right, a huge thank you to all of my subscribers for pushing the subs over 150,000 in the last few days. It was only seems like months ago when it was at 100,000, which took me 10 years to get to, and now it's just blasted over 50,000 just like that. As a thank you to you guys, giving away 10 books. So to qualify for a book, in the comments below this video, I want you to say who your favorite prisoner is that I've had on my channel and why. So for example, I love Wild Man the best on the channel because he just doesn't give a shit and drinks cider all day long, whatever. Now, out of those comments, a week from now, the 10 that have got the most likes will get a free book out of my 10 books on Amazon. You get to choose which one you want. You get that book sent to you directly from Amazon. So just put in the comments below which prisoner, which guest I've interviewed, whoever I had on my channel you've liked the most and why. The funnier the better, I imagine, when it comes to the likes. So next up, doing talks across the country. Got 4 dates up now on the events page at my website. 10th of March, Brighton, south coast of the country here. 18th of March, Cardiff in South Wales. 20th of March, Bristol. And then 18th of May, Sunderland, which is almost up by Newcastle, I think. And I'm trying to see if we can extend that to Edinburgh. Not confirmed yet, but trying to see if I can extend that to Edinburgh. I've been promising people in the north who've been writing in, will I get up in those areas, and I have been trying to do it. It's just getting people to sponsor it and getting an organisation behind me that will, you know, facilitate ticket sales and stuff like that. So hopefully they will come about. Did just get in the mail a letter from Jamie Morgan Kane. Just as I've gone past the 150,000 subs, I get a check from Jamie Morgan Kane for $500. So Jamie is aware that all the people were refunded on the donation pages because of the controversy that arose, the conspiracy allegations that we were defrauding the public. So I personally refunded everybody immediately when those allegations arose, and out of my own pocket. Jamie is aware that I've done that, and he's said he's not spent the money, and he's just returned the money to me. So I've not suffered any financial loss over the donation pages, and trying to put content up every single day still. Some people have said it's getting a bit dark lately. All these celebrity sex offenders going to prison and what might happen to them and stuff like that. And how am I deciding upon what content to put on the channel? Basically, I'm just responding to what you guys are requesting. So say I get 10 people asking me what's going to happen to Tekashi69 in prison. I get 10 messages in a few days. Obviously, I'm going to answer that question. Now, people say, why aren't you putting more positive stuff online? I've got loads of stuff online, life lessons, things about addiction, things, TED Talks. One of my TED Talks did go viral, but in general, my life lesson stuff on my channel, nobody watches it. What I have learned by becoming a YouTuber is people are more obsessed over darkness and horror. And prison is one of the darkest places where the most horrors can occur. People love and fixate on the darkness and horror more than the light. That's what I've learned. So, some people have said recently that, you know, this video I did about Austin, the YouTuber who is in prison for sex offences, went too far because I described the horrific things that could possibly happen to him in terms of rape, just based upon, you know, what happened in Arizona, what I was aware of happening there, and that I was basically condoning prison rape. I absolutely do not condone prison rape. I said in that video that I believed he deserved punishment. He deserved to be incarcerated. I wouldn't wish, you know, my hope is that people go to prison, learn their lessons and get out and become good people. Especially people who have made mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes in their life. You know, people pointing at others, saying that they're holier than them, even they have made mistakes. So most prisoners, unlike what the media leads you to believe, are in there for drug offences, drug-related crimes, stealing for drugs and stuff like that. A lot of my friends in prison were Vietnam vets, come back from wars, PTSD, and vets from the Gulf Wars, and they would get on the street drugs and self-medicate. And you know, two Tonys, he was in the Navy, Frankie was a military guy, T-Bone a military guy, I knew a few Vietnam vets, and these guys, you know, come back shell-shocked and end up on street drugs and end up in prison. It's really sad. So I knew a lot of guys. I believe in giving prisoners a second chance. Look at me. People gave me a second chance, and most of them aren't in there for sex crimes, and you know, people should help them get reintegrated back into society. So you guys are the ones helping steer the channel. If you guys requested the podcast, I've got 4 new podcast guests lined up. I've also managed to learn the technology now to do interviews online, so there's loads of people in America I'm going to interview. I was having troubles trying to get the screen clear on my side, so when you do the Skype thing with the dual screen, but I've got a new webcam now. I thought my webcam on my expensive laptop would have been sufficient, but it wasn't, so I've got a new webcam now. High speed internet, high quality internet, so there's no delays in the volume. All these little problems have been run into trying to set this up. So many people around the world I can now interview on Skype and put those on the channel. That should be really easy to do. But again, you know, this video is just thanking you guys for following and being so interested in not just my story, the stories of all the other prisoners. Like I said, 10 most liked comments about which prisoner is your favourite on the channel, or funny comment about that prisoner. A week from now, you will get a response to your comment from me saying that you've won a book, and you'll need to send me your mailing address, etc., and tell me which of my 10 books on Amazon you want. So in the description box below this video is going to be a link to my events. If you're in the UK and you want to come along and see any of those. And if you've got any more questions or comments, if you'd like to input on where you would like to see the channel going in the future, what you'd like to see me doing, if you think it's getting too dark with all these descriptions of what could potentially happen to people in prison who've committed sex offences, or if you're enjoying that stuff, let me know. Because the one I've been asking the most right now about is Bill Cosby, so it's about to get dark again in the next video. Alright then, cheers from London, take care out there, next stop, 200,000 subs, I'm looking forward to it. What a ride.